Well, welcome everyone back to Yin. Is this anyone's first Yin class? Oh, awesome, welcome. So Yin is a really fun style of yoga to do because it really allows us to just relax and let go. So as always, just trying your best to be fully connected with your mind and body tonight. Let go of everything else and just completely be. Let go and have fun, okay? So let's go ahead and come into a nice seated position onto your mat. You have blocks, you have bolsters, and just allow yourself to get comfortably seated. Your hands can relax down to your lap. They can relax on your knees. Sit upright, close the eyes gently, and then just allow yourself to breathe. Feel the inhale keep you lifted, and feel the exhale keep you grounded throughout practice. In Yin, even though we're going to be holding postures for longer periods of time, I want you to maintain this breath. A lot of times we try to hold the breath, shorten it, but just keep it flowing nice and deep. And feel yourself relax completely. I want everyone to set an intention for themselves today. Allow yourself to make it about reaching your goal. What is something that you're striving for right now in your life? Something you want to attain, something you really need and want. And you're willing to work hard, you're willing to put in the effort to get to where it is that you want to be. I want you to find that passion within yourself and use it and make it to where you always push yourself past your comfort zone, push yourself forward little by little, day by day. Let's go ahead and just take a nice deep inhale. Exhale. Go ahead and now simply draw your chin to your chest and begin to rotate your head around all the way, just rolling out nice and gently, feeling any tightness that you might have. We're going to be creating movement for the first part of class. And then we're going to really take it down a notch and just let go, okay? Now rotate directions. Really try to notice the difference of your right side, your left side. Try to discover areas of weakness, areas of strength. I really want to focus on that tonight, okay? So now let's go ahead and lift yourself straight. Inhale deep, and exhale, let's push ourselves forward into a tabletop position. Just going to warm up the spine. Let's go ahead and just take the hips down to one side, rotate them around, shift your shoulders past your wrists, and lower all the way. And continue with one direction as you're not afraid to open, right? Don't be afraid to move through opposite shoulders, through the opposite hip. Now let's go ahead and rotate directions. Now come back to center, tabletop. Arch down, looking up as you inhale. Exhale, chin to chest, round up. And continue this movement, inhaling one way and exhaling the other. Our spine is meant to bend in 6 different ways. Forward, back, side to side, and in a twisting action. So I really like to get warmed up that way every time before I start class. Now let's create C shapes on each side of our body. Left ear to left hip, right ear to right hip. Okay, allow yourself to feel a little deeper in each side. Okay, now let's go ahead and tuck our toes under, lift your hips, push back into your down dog. In your down dog, you can stay nice and stable, or you can sit here and pedal your feet and just get a little bit of movement through those hips, the backs of your legs. Now let's go ahead and just take a nice deep inhale, and exhale, begin to walk your feet gently to your hands, coming into a forward fold position. Allow your head to completely hang loose. You can grab your elbows with your hands, wrap them around your knees. You can place your hands under your feet. You have so many options here, okay? But the most important is to not have any tension in your neck. Good. Keep the breath flowing, nice and steady. Trying to keep it nice and deep. Now let's slowly begin to stack the spine, one vertebrae at a time, all the way up, drawing the feet together, palms facing out down to your side, standing in our mountain pose. Good. Take a nice deep inhale. Reach the hands up. Go ahead and grab onto the left wrist with your right hand. Inhale up and exhale over. Allow yourself to look down. Maybe you want to look center. What feels good on your neck? Rotation. And again, inhale, rise. Grab the opposite wrist and exhale over. Inhale up. Exhale, hands down, clasp the hands behind your back, draw the shoulders together, inhale deep, exhale, fold forward, allowing yourself to draw the chin to the chest, and allow the hands to reach as far as they can. Don't force it, but just feel them lift naturally up. Good. Go ahead and gently drop the hands down. Gently step back into plank. Drop your knees down to the mat and sit back into a child's position, okay? Your knees can be open or together here in your child's pose. Really reach your fingertips out wide. Spread your hands far apart. Let the full surface of your palm be on the mat. And let's go ahead and begin to walk your hands over to your left side. Keep your hips neutral, only moving the upper body, and let your right hand stack on top of your left, really opening up the side of your body. Take nice deep breaths here. It's great for our lungs. And try to feel yourself open more and more with each breath. Now let's walk it to the other side. Hands reach now to the right. Allow your left hand to stack gently on top of the right hand. Notice the difference of rotation. Are you able to go further to one side than the other? Are they the same? Just keep that physical and mental awareness together today. Fully connected. Now reach your hands in the center. And we're going to gently push ourselves forward, keeping our forearms on the mat. Okay, so the backs of your hands. Okay, now go ahead and bring the knees walking back gently. Okay, as you walk your knees back, your hands are going to come together and you're going to lower your chest down to the mat. And you're going to melt your heart forward. Your hands can join together in prayer over your head. You can feel the backs of your arms stretch here. Just keep sinking down with the heart. Feel your shoulder blades draw together. And then bring the hands back down. Walk up again into your tabletop. This time we're gonna walk the legs out to the side, coming into frog. So try to open up as far as you can, okay? Here I really want you to focus on keeping lowered down to your forearms, but you can use your bolsters or your blocks, right? Utilize anything that you need to make yourself comfortable. You can place the bolster under your chest. You can place blocks for your forehead to relax to. You have different options, okay? But once you find your stopping point here, I want you to turn your feet out to the side where your arches are facing down. Okay, think of a frog, right? And then once you have that, go ahead and try to let your hands lower, your head lower to your hands, relaxing the forehead completely down. This one can be a little tender, so just really allow yourself to find that quiet place, not allowing yourself to think too much about your discomfort. If you feel it too strongly in one area, try to shift yourself to distribute the weight and then sink back into it. Try to get a little deeper with your exhale. Now slowly begin to walk yourself back up, one hand at a time, and gently drawing the knees together, back into our tabletop. And then go ahead and rotate the hips around to one side, shifting forward, just getting a little bit of movement here. Rotate around to the other direction. And then back into your tabletop. Okay. Now from here, let's go ahead and take a nice deep inhale, bringing our right hand up. Really reach up high, eye gaze follows. And as you exhale, your right hand is gonna thread through, lowering yourself onto your right shoulder. Your left hand can be flat to the mat. You can lower down to the forearms. Whatever feels good for you right now. Keep those hips lifted. And just a few deep breaths here. Now let's inhale back up, back into tabletop. And now let's take a nice deep breath as you take the left hand up this time. Open up nice and wide. Follow with your eye gaze, exhaling through, lowering the left ear down. Really stretch those fingers as far as you can. Now inhale, lift, back into your tabletop. Let's go ahead and begin to open up our knees, sitting back to our heels. Okay, once again, you have bolsters, you have blocks, so you can utilize them by placing them behind you if you like. We're going to begin to walk the feet closer out, letting our glutes kind of lower down. If you need a block to place under, just go ahead and place it there, and it helps elevate your hips a little more, and it might be more comfortable for you. You have different heights on your block, okay? So don't be afraid to use them. What's comfortable for you. Okay, our next step is we can remain here. We can begin to walk our hands back. Okay, this is option 2. You can stay here. If you want to take it down a little lower, you can drop down to your forearms. Okay. And then if you want to give all the way in, completely lying back, you can use those bolsters. If you need help at all for support, please let me know. I'll come around. Good. Good. Keep the breath flowing. You guys look great. And try to relax. You know, Yin can actually be a really challenging style of yoga because you have to remain still. We're so used to always moving, always on the go, that sometimes just stopping and doing nothing can be really hard. So challenge yourself. Just let it go. If you can't keep focus on yourself, bring your focus to your breath, and it can really help aid in letting the rest of the stuff go that doesn't matter right now, right? The only thing that matters is you here on your mat tonight. Okay? Take a few more breaths in this position. Now let's begin to work our way back up, okay? Be mindful of your movements. And then drawing your hands together and returning back into a tabletop. And just once again, do a few hip circles to one side. Just get a little bit of blood flowing. And then rotate around. Alright, let's go ahead and tuck our toes under, lift your hips, push into a down dog. In your down dog, let's bring our toes together, big toes touching, and take your right leg up. Now bend that knee, and you're going to draw that knee to the outside of your right arm, lowering the knee down and crossing the shin over and sliding that left leg back behind you for pigeon, okay? In pigeon, this can be a very delicate position as well. So you have blocks or bolsters. You can always place one under this right glute to be able to relax on, and it's not so tense, okay? Once you have found your positioning, I want you to go ahead and work towards inhaling, lengthening, and then as you exhale, begin to lower down to where you want to be. We can be on our forearms, lower all the way down where our ear or forehead is touching the mat. You can utilize a block. Once again, all those heights, or you can just simply hug in a bolster and relax all the way down. Now go ahead and gently just take a nice deep inhale, everyone, and begin to stack back up. Have your hands firmly on the mat. Tuck that back toe under, lift the knee, your hips followed by your foot, back into a three-legged dog, and release into your down dog. Feel free to pedal your feet here, heel toeing up and down. Now let's take our left leg up. Bend the knee, bring it to the outside of your left arm, crossing over with the shin, sliding that right leg back. Noticing the difference of this right side and your left side, the left side on your right side. Then once you have found that positioning and you feel nice and comfortable, let's take a nice deep inhale. And then exhale, hinge forward, melting down. See if you can go a little deeper. Notice if the side feels tighter. Bring that full awareness. You can learn so much about yourself by taking the time to really understand what's going on with your body. Things we wouldn't notice when we're moving at a faster pace. Take one more nice deep inhale. Begin to work yourself up, stacking once again. But this time, we're going to go ahead and lower our left glute over, swinging our legs around to be in front of us. Okay. Now again, you can have your blocks or your bolster, whatever feels good. If you need to lift, if you have lower back issues, I recommend sitting on a bolster just to keep your hips elevated. Okay. Now from here, we're going to draw our feet straight out in front of us into staff pose. Okay, now gently open up the knees, drawing the feet together, and we're going to create a diamond, okay? I don't want you to be super close. I want you to be further away, just so that the pads of your feet touch. If your knees are super shaky, you have your blocks, and you can place them under the knees for support. Okay, we're all good. Let's take a nice deep inhale. Exhale, hinge forward. We can bring our hands under our ankles and melt all the way down. We can hug a bolster here and just relax forward. If you want to get deeper into your hips, please place a block on the mat and then put your feet on top, and it allows you to get a little deeper here. So play around with it, see what feels best, and then once you have found the best position for you tonight, let go and just breathe. And this position can be really tender on the outer legs, so really allow yourself to just keep breathing, keeping that weight evenly distributed through the body. Keep that focus on the breath, and just let go. When you try to resist giving in, it can even create more tension, so just allow yourself to let go of all tension, and notice how much lighter and how much less stress you feel on the body when you do that. See if you can get a little deeper on your next exhale. really begin to unravel yourself, stacking up once again. Drawing your knees together, removing any bolsters or blocks that you might have, pushing the legs forward and just shaking them out. Good. All right, now we're gonna go ahead and take our left foot and place that pinky edge on top of the right thigh. Okay. Now from here, this is an option for us to stay at. This can be your edge, so you might find this to be very tender on your body. But if you feel like you could go more, let's draw that knee, stacking it on top of the right knee. All right, we're trying to reach it over there, drawing that foot to the outside of the hip. Okay, here's option 2. We can remain here. The next option, drawing the other leg in to the outsides of our hips. Sitting upright, we can hold on to our feet. All right, and now no matter where you chose to be in any of those positions, let's all take a nice deep inhale, lengthen, nice and deep, and exhale, begin to hinge forward. Once again, we love using props. Let's go ahead and utilize them for our forehead. We can relax it down all the way to the block. You can even bring it down to your knee if that's comfortable. Just find a resting position. Or simply just keep that chin gently tucked into your chest. Good. Make sure you keep the breath flowing, don't hold it. Nice gentle inhales and exhales. Slowly stack the spines back up. Remove any blocks or bolsters and then uncross the feet. Let's bring them wider than your body, almost to the edge of the mat. Hands release down behind you. Scoot the glutes closer. Good. Now let's go ahead and just lower the knees to one side. Upper body twist the other direction. And then rotate sides. And back to center. Let's go ahead and push forward. Now I want you to bring the pads of your feet together. This time draw them all the way in. Good. This is my favorite one to do. So right now let's clasp our hands together, lift our feet, and that automatically sends our chest up, shoulders down, knees down. We're sitting up nice and straight. Good. Try to really keep your knees pushed down as you keep lifted through the upper body. Good. Now, as we begin to exhale the breath, we're going to be hinging forward, okay? But let's first inhale deep. Exhale, hinge at the waist. This might be as far as you go, and that's perfect. This is a delicate area, so try to go as far as your body allows you, right? Just keep pushing down with those knees and keep hinging until you have found that stopping point. And once you find it, just give in. All the way down, but keep that pressure there throughout the groin, throughout your legs. But just release all tension in the upper back. slowly begin rounding back up, bringing the knees together, pushing them forward, shaking them off. Good. Okay, now let's go ahead and take our right foot and draw it into the inner thigh. And the left leg swings around. So we're sitting in deer pose. Okay, now we can always have our bolster over to our right if we want. Let's all take a nice deep inhale, lengthen through the torso. Exhale over to your right side, looking as far over that right shoulder as you can. Feel that twist in the core, feel yourself stay lifted through that upper body. Now we can stay here, or if you want, you can begin to exhale your next breath out, walking your hands down, maybe to your forearms. And you can always relax your right ear down all the way. However, if you have a tense neck and your rotation isn't that wide, then we can just draw our left ear down to the mat. You can even place your forehead straight down if that feels good for your body, okay? Just be mindful of what's going on. And once you have a nice comfortable position, just let go and relax all the way down. Stack back up. Keep yourself twisted, and then as you become fully upright, twist to the opposite direction. Little counter twist, and back to center. Bring the feet out. We can switch the bolster over to this side. Now let's draw our right foot in. I'm sorry, no. I messed up, guys. Let's draw our left foot in and our right foot back. Okay, now from here, we're going to go ahead and take a nice deep inhale, lengthen through the core, and exhale, twist over towards your left side. Just really get that twist as far as you can, looking over that left shoulder. And then allow yourself to completely sink forward when you're ready, melting all the way down, and again, playing with how you want the rotation of your neck to be. Slowly begin to work your way back up. And then turn to the other direction, counter twist, and back to center. Okay, shake out the legs. And now we're going to swing our legs back around, hands return to our tabletop. Okay. Let's go ahead and lower to our forearms. Go ahead and step your feet back into a forearm plank and then lower the hips all the way down, and we're going to be into our Sphinx, okay? In Sphinx, I want you to really push through the hands and the forearms, and you're lifting, keeping yourself high. I don't want you to sink in, right? We want to keep ourselves lifted here. Now let's go ahead and gently look up, just slightly, opening up our décolleté, really feeling that stretch, keeping the breath strong. Now let's go ahead and look over our right shoulder. Back to center, look towards the left. Center. Now lower your right ear down to your right shoulder. Back up, now down to the left. Notice any tense areas, chin to chest all the way down. Right ear to right shoulder. Left ear to left shoulder. Now go ahead and bring it back up. Now we want to go ahead and take that right hand, stretch it all the way out and turn the left hand in. Allow yourself to lower all the way down to your left ear. If you would like, you can even bring that right knee, draw it up. And then allow yourself to relax here. Now take that right hand and allow it to slide all the way around, opening your shoulders up. Now looking over to your right side. Try to get the shoulder blades both flat onto the mat, but keep that twist in the core, keep that right knee hanging over towards the left side. Let yourself turn back around, undoing exactly what you did before, back into Sphinx. Let's all take a nice deep inhale, push through your hands up, and exhale, lower. Shift the hands all the way under the shoulders. Let's go ahead and take that right hand directly out to the side. Have it parallel to the front of your mat, right? I don't want it too far down. I want it parallel to the top of that mat. And then with your left hand, you're going to stack yourself over, shifting the hips and the shoulders up. If you don't feel this, I want you to walk that hand up more, okay? Options here, you can take that left hand and you can grab the top of your left foot, pushing into that hand, and it really draws the shoulder blades together and you can feel yourself open. That's a little less restorative, but it feels really good. So you always have that option. You can even place the foot behind you and really shift the hips open here too. That could feel good for you as well. Just play around with your options. That's why we love yoga, those options that you get to have. Now go ahead and turn yourself to your chest again, hands draw under the shoulders. Take that left hand out to the side, once again parallel to the front of the mat, palm facing down, okay? And then stack yourself back up. And then decide on this side how you want to be. Remembering the steps that you have. Good. Now go ahead and relax back down. Both hands under the shoulders, pushing back through into Sphinx. Let's go ahead and take a nice deep inhale, everyone. Nice and deep up, and then exhale, lower down. Left hand reaches far out, right hand turns in, slides through, lower down to the right ear, and your left knee can draw up to the side. Slide your left hand all the way open, turning yourself looking towards your left side. Once again, trying to get both shoulder blades to the mat. And now, instead of turning back, I want you to take that left knee and lift it up, turning yourself onto your back, centering once again to your mat. I want your feet flat to the mat, heels touching the fingertips, about hip distance apart. Now everyone has a block or a bolster, and we're going to come into a supported bridge, okay? So decide which one you want to use. With the block, you have different options. You have the flat end, you have the medium, or the tall height, okay? You're going to find your sacrum, and you're going to place this block underneath, and you're going to comfortably rest your hips down on top of it, okay? If you feel like it's tilting, remember, adjust it. You want to feel stable and supported. You want to be able to completely let go. So begin to lift the hips, place it, find a place that fits nicely, and let your hands relax down to your side and completely let go. Next, we want to work with our feet. Our feet always have options, so if we want to keep them here, that's option one. If you want to walk them out, drawing your knees together, that can feel really good on the lower back. Maybe you want to bring the feet together and let your knees splay out to the side. Try all options and then decide where you want to be, and then just close the eyes and take nice deep breaths and let go. And you're more than welcome to adjust if you feel like you're either too high or too low. Make sure you find that just right position. Begin to walk your feet back to the hip distance apart. Lift your hips, remove the block or bolster, and round from the upper back, lowering all the way down the spine, drawing the knees into your chest and rocking side to side. Now from here, I want you to place your feet back flat to the mat and cross your right foot over your left thigh. Now this is option one to stay at. This might feel really good and you're feeling that pull, so I want you to stay here, okay? Your next option would be to sweep that right hand through the center, wrapping the left hand around, either grabbing onto your thigh or to your shin. And if you want to go a little deeper into your hip today, I want you to link the creases of your elbow around your calf and your ankle and drawing it up to your chest, extending your left leg out in front of you and keeping yourself supported here. So you have all of those options and decide where you would like to be. Continue to take your nice deep inhalations and exhalations. This is an easy one to hold our breath in. Now let's slowly work our way down, bringing that left foot flat again, the right leg in, relaxing, bringing the foot off the other leg. Now go ahead and take that left side up. This could be completely different. Sometimes we have such a difference where this might be our edge on the side, so please be mindful of your body and then take it step by step and go from there, okay? Your next step would be link the left hand in the center, right hand wraps around, either to the hamstring or to the shin. And then, or you can link the creases of your elbow, extending the right leg out, lifting your chest, keeping yourself supported. Good. Remember, breath flowing. Now slowly release back down, uncross the legs. Bring the knees to the chest and hands out to the side in a T position, palms facing down. Take a nice deep inhale and exhale the knees over to the left side as your eye gaze looks over to the right. Inhale, knees up, and exhale over to the right. Eye gaze looks towards the left. Inhale the knees back up to center. Let the hands come down to the sides, palms facing down, and let the feet go up towards the ceiling. We can remain here, or we can lift our hips, bringing our feet behind us, overhead for plow. Right here, we can bring our hands behind our back to support our mid-back. Draw your elbows in behind you, trying to really get this balance and stability to be in your shoulders instead of your neck. And then work your feet up slowly, if you would like, into a shoulder stance. Stacking the hips, the knees, the feet. Make sure you have full support with your hands, okay? Draw those elbows in. Good. Now gently drop the knees to the outsides of the ear. Open them up. Let the feet hang behind you. Mindfully begin to round the spine down one vertebrae at a time, reaching for the outsides of your feet or for your big toes for happy baby, okay? In happy baby, you have those options of where to place the hands, and then allow the knees to open up, okay? Our knees can stay bent. We can play around with having our legs straight. There's options here, so see what feels best. Rock side to side, have no movement at all. And let's go ahead and slowly release one leg down at a time and extend it straight out in front of us, followed by your hands. Draw your shoulders under, lift the hips. Close the eyes gently. Everyone take a nice deep inhale for me, and exhale, sigh, release. Again, inhale deep, and exhale out. Now even deeper than the last. Inhale, and exhale, everything releases. There's no tension left in the body. Feel that mind-body connection you have right now. Fully aware of every movement, of every breath, of every heartbeat. Feeling completely centered. Now I want you to bring yourself back to your intention. And how much dedication and how much strive you guys had tonight to be able to have patience, to hold postures, to just completely let go. Feel how good it is to just relax. Have no worries, nothing else matters. No one in this room except you. You doing the best you can do for yourself. Each day showing progress towards your intention, because you're not giving up, you're constantly striving forward. You get to your comfort zone and you take a step past it. I can't stress that enough tonight. When you start to go away from your intention, that place where you know you want to be, and you start going back towards habits that you don't want, things that aren't good for you, that don't get you to your intention, just try to bring that centering you have right now in and allow yourself to breathe and just regain that mental, physical awareness and allow yourself to keep pushing forward. And most importantly, don't forget to always take this time daily for yourself. Regardless if it's 10 minutes, 45, an hour, find time for you. We all need to be able to recharge, regroup, and sometimes it just takes that alone time to get back to that place where we need to be. You want to be the best you so you can be the best for others. Try to make your breath as long as possible. Try to count it nice and gently with each inhale, the same as you release it out. And then the next round, just try to make it longer, completely relaxing, zoning out, Go ahead and take a nice deep inhale. Again, exhale. Start bringing the sensation back to the body. Gentle movements of the fingers, the toes. Carefully draw your knees in one at a time, hugging them. And then slowly rock side to side until you find yourself on to your left or your right, lying in a fetal position. You can relax your head to your arms, to your mat, to a bolster, to your hands. And then just simply be here, nice and still, nice and gentle. Again, there's never any force. Make yourself as comfortable as you can. Feel each breath getting longer. And go ahead and begin using your arm strength to push yourself back up into a nice comfortable seated position on your mat. Sitting upright, shoulders back, closing the eyes gently. Take a nice deep inhale, feeling it lift you, and exhale out, keeping grounded. And feel the stillness within. Let's inhale our hands to the side, up, overhead, bringing the hands clasped together down to heart center. Feel the beating of your heart and the rhythm of your breath. Thank you for sharing your yin practice with me. Namaste. Please take your time getting up, everyone. There is no rush.